Scholars Academy, Kalanki, developing 21st century skills. Year ko subas 30 din samma tazapan ko आभास. All out lamkute ko yamraz. Current hot and spicy noodles.
Proud to be associated with Kantipur News.
It's a day after the by-election today as counting of votes is in its preliminary stage. There was enthusiastic voter turnout as they exercised their franchise with significant fervor in all the 3 electoral constituencies. Apart from some untoward sporadic incidents, voting was also deemed largely peaceful. The security too has been beefed up at the vote counting centres as the euphoria of casting ballot now turns to who comes trumps from the by-election held in 1 constituency each in Bara, Chitwan and Tanahu. Good morning, I'm Sarah Chitrakar and these are the headlines of the hour. Counting of votes underway in Tanahu 1. RSP Swarnim Wagle opens up a sizable lead. Vote counting in Bara to begin in a short while. The number of people shifting to urban regions for settlement has multiplied by 4 times in the past 10 years. Urban population climbed from 17 to 66% during this time. Former Peruvian President Alejandro Toledo returns to Peru to face challenges of money laundering and corruption. Toledo accused of receiving millions of dollars in return for public works contracts. And Nepal's match against Saudi Arabia at the ACC Men's Premier Cup affected by rain. Host Nepal looking for 3rd consecutive win provided weather allows.
Shivam Cement, Bharosa, Atut Sambandhako.
Jagdamba Super Sign तथा Galva Plus जस्ता पाता जीवन भर को भरोसा.
Berger Silk, breathe easy. It's glamorous and also protects walls of my home from bacteria, viruses and pollution.
Berger Paints, the most trusted paint in Nepal.
Real tension, chilling, get the real feeling. Real goodness, go feel it within, yeah. Real fruitness, go spin within.
चिसो मात्र होइन अब आयो रियल फ्रुट्स को गुडनेस भएको रिफ्रेशिङ एप्पल मसाला कोला र निम्बु फिजिन रियल फिजिन फ्रुट एन्ड फिश को रिफ्रेशिङ फिलिङ
2 PM Italia Napolitana pasta noodles like pasta like noodles.
घाम पानीको लुकामारी खुशीका हरेक क्षणको तयारी PU र सिलिकन प्रविधि युक्त बर्जर वेदर कोट लङ लाइफ घाम पानी छेक्छ 10 वर्ष टिक्छ.
ग्रेडमा छ अन्य फलामे छडभन्दा 60% बढी पकड शक्ति जसले बन्छ सर्वोत्तम निर्माण सर्वोत्तम स्टिल.
अब हरेक 2.25 लिटर स्प्राइट सँग 2 PM अकबरे चिकन नुडल्स सित्तैमा. हामी नेपाली हाम्रो देश हामी नेपाली हाम्रो देश मेरो देश मेरो जगदम्बा सिमेन्ट लक्ष्मी स्टिल नेपालकै ग्यारेन्टेड नम्बर 1 क्वालिटी.
So you get sensitivity when those nerves deep down in the tooth have come alive and you get that uncomfortable sensation. I always recommend Sensodyne. And I've had people coming back to me saying it's made a difference. It works.
Aircraft 1 ready to launch.
डर सबैलाई लाग्छ घाँटी सबैको सुक्छ तर डरदेखि डराएर केही ठुलो कसरी गर्छ त्यसैले त्यो उठा हिम्मतको गुट लगा.
Aircraft 2 incoming. Only exit in air pocket.
Mountain Dew, डर का गाड़ी जीत
2.25 लिटर Mountain Dew सँग पाउनुहोस् रु 50 कप इलेक्ट्रिफाइङ स्टिङ फ्री।
तपाईको कपालमा कसको हुकुम चल्छ? स्प्लिट एन्ड्सको जेट या हेयर फलको फैसला? कपालको समस्याहरूले तपाईको हेयर स्टाइलको निर्णय नगरोस्। हेयर प्रब्लम्स मतलब हेयर ड्यामेज। डभको 1/4 मोइस्चराइजिङ मिल्क र केराटिन एक्टिभ्सले कपाललाई भित्रैदेखि रिपेयर गर्छ। अब सुन्दर लहलहाउँदो कपाल जसमा चल्छ केवल तपाईको मर्जी। डभ
नेपाल भरमै सबै भन्न जेकै लोहा छड उत्पादन कम्पनी अम्बे स्टिल्स ज्या बढन्छ टिकाउ बढन्छ।
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको।
Vote counting has continued in Tanahu Election Constituency 1 under the by-election of the House of Representatives. Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Swarnim Wagle has been maintaining lead in Tanahu 1 as of now. Out of the total votes that were counted a while ago in the premises of the Office of the District Coordination Committee amid tight security, RSP candidate Wagle has secured 10,259 votes. Nepali Congress candidate Govinda Bhattrai has collected 5,003 votes, while Sarvendra Khanal of CPN-UML has received 2,797 votes. 9 candidates of various parties have fielded their candidacies in Tanahu 1. The District Election Office has said that 63,757 votes have been cast in Tanahu 1 in the by-election held yesterday. Meanwhile, there are a total of 123,305 voters in this election constituency, which makes the voter turnout in Tanahu at a relatively disappointing 53%. Nepali Congress candidate Ram Chandra Paudel has emerged victorious from Tanahu 1 from the November 20 general elections. The position had gone vacant after Paudel was elected the president of the country, which led to the by-elections in Tanahu 1. Vote counting is all set to begin in Bara election constituency 2. The all-party meeting could not be held yesterday, therefore the vote counting will begin in the 2 election constituencies of Bara and Chitwan from today. The all-party meeting called last night to make a decision to begin vote counting in Chitwan 2 could not be held yesterday. The leaders of CPN-UML and Nepali Congress boycotted the all-party meeting after the Chief District Officer of Chitwan, Surendra Paudel, and head of Nepal Police did not attend the meeting. Congress candidate Ajit Narayan Shrestha said that he had questions with the Chief District Officer regarding the issue in abiding by the Election Code of Conduct. A strong competition between RSP Chairperson Ravi Lamichhane, ruling alliance candidate Jit Narayan Shrestha from Nepali Congress, and CPN-UML candidate Ram Prasad Neupane has been projected. Likewise, vote counting is all set to begin from today in Bara 2 as well. The all-party meeting could not be held last night after the party representatives could not attend due to bad weather. The vote counting in Bara is expected to begin in a short while as the all-party meeting there ended earlier this morning. A tough competition between ruling alliance candidate from Janata Samajwadi Party Upendra Yadav, Shiva Chandra Kushwaha of Janamat Party, Purushottam Paudel of CPN-UML, Arun Gewali of Aam Janata Party and Ramesh Kharil of Rashtriya Swatantra Party has been projected in Bara 2. Our colleague Amar Singh Pradhan to give us more update regarding the vote counting in Tanahu, Chitwan and Bara.
Good morning, viewers. I'm here with some latest update of the by-election. As our viewers also know that the by-election voting day was conducted yesterday, and the voting was conducted largely peacefully in the 3 constituencies of Tanahu, Bara and Chitwan. And the voting day euphoria of yesterday will now slowly shift towards or move towards this excitement of the voting results and who will come trumps in the 3 constituencies. Let us take the help of this technology to see how the voting, that is, the vote counting that is underway is shaping up. Let's move on to Tanahu constituency 1. As our colleague has been updating, and as we can see on the screen, Rashtriya Swatantra Party candidate Swarnim Wagle is in a lead with the votes of 10,259. He has garnered 10,259 out of some around about 18,000 votes that has been counted in Tanohu constituency 1. He has opened up this lead against the Nepali Congress candidate Govinda Bhattarai. Govinda Bhattarai has 5,003 votes to his name, while Sarvendra Khanal, representing CPN-UML, the former Inspector General of Police, he has garnered 2,797 votes. Prior to the vote counting and after the by-election that was held yesterday, various kinds of speculations were made, various kinds of calculations were made regarding the prospect of who will win. And Tanohu 1 happens to be a bastion or this stronghold of Nepali Congress, from where during the 20th November election, Ramchandra Paudel had garnered 25,361 votes, and eventually he was inaugurated as the country's third vice president. And this has actually opened up this constituency where we see this competition going on, the vote counting. Sonim Wagle has left behind. He has opened up this sizable lead. Various factors seem to have worked in favor of Sonim Wagle, the popular, this party, Rashtriya Swatantra Party, that was established in the run-up to the November 20th general elections. There is a kind of this sway or this voting swing that is in favor of Rashtriya Swatantra Party. And the other factor that has worked in favor of Dr. Sonim Wagle is that he happens to be a leader of Nepali Congress, and he has parted his ways with Nepali Congress, and then he had joined hand with Rashtriya Swatantra Party. So that has also seemed to work in favor of Sonim Wagle. And if we look at November 20th general election, we also see this interesting scenario where Govindaraja Joshi, the independent candidate, he has contested the election as an independent candidate, and he was a rebel Nepali Congress candidate, and he had also garnered quite a sizable votes during the November 20th elections. And he was penalized by the party for standing as a rebel candidate, but in the run-up to this by-election, this ban that was levied on Govindaraja Joshi, the ban was lifted. This move by Nepali Congress was to appease or please or to woo the voters who had voted for Govindaraja Joshi. But at this moment, what we see is that Sonim Wagle in Tanohu 1, he has opened up this lead, and he has 10,259 votes under his name. And from Tanohu 1, let's move on to Bahara constituency. Let's move on to Bahara 2 constituency. And as my colleague was also updating a short while ago, that the all-party meeting, the customary all-party meeting that is held just before the vote counting begins, that customary all-party meeting has just ended, and the preparations are underway to start the vote counting in Bahara. And if you look at the prospects of candidates there, we see the CPN-UML former minister Purushottam Paudel, and we have other candidates. We have other candidates here. Sibchandra Kuswa representing Janmat Party, and just down below him we see the alliance candidate representing Janta Samajwadi Party, Upendra Yadav. It is speculated that there is going to be a tough competition between Janmat Party candidate Sibchandra Kuswa and alliance candidate Upendra Yadav. And if you look at the scenario in the past election, in the November 20th past election, Sibchandra Prasad Kuswa had actually garnered 13,468 votes against the eventual winner Ramprasad Yadav, the country's present vice president. And he had, Sibchandra Kuswa was defeated by around about 300 plus votes. And when Sibchandra Kuswa, it was clear that he was not going to get the election ticket for the by-election. He parted his ways with CPN Maoist, and then he is actually contesting this by-election with this Janmat Party vote. And another interesting scenario here is that the two independent candidates are also done very well during the Bahara election in the November 20th election. And we see this around about 20,000 votes that was garnered by these two independent candidates. And let me remind my viewers that both these independent candidates this time are not contesting the by-election. That means that there has been some kind of politics going on between Janmat Party and Janta Samajwadi Party. and whoever takes these 20,000 votes in their favor or in his favor is likely to come out trump in this Bara constituency too. And let me remind our viewers once again that the voting procedures is just about to get started in Bara constituency too. And now from Bara, let's move on to the other constituency, that is Chitwan constituency 2. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Let me move on to Chitwan constituency 2. And Chitwan constituency 2 happens to be the toast of this by-election, as we have this popular candidate Ravi Lamichhane. Ravi Lamichhane from Rashtriya Swadhantra Party, the party chair Ravi Lamichhane. He is for the second time. The last time in the November 20th election, he had garnered 49,000 plus votes. And once again, he is contesting from this Chitwan constituency 2. And a tough competition is expected between Ravi Lamichhane and Nepali Congress candidate, the alliance candidate Jitnaran Shrestha. Jitnaran Shrestha happens to be he happens to be a local resident of Chitwan, and is also the district president of Chitwan. So Jitnaran Shrestha is likely, the expectation is that, according to analysts, he is likely to do far better than what was seen during the November 20th election, where Umesh Shrestha, Nepali Congress candidate, was only able to garner 14,000 plus votes. And so analysts are also saying that since Ravi Lamichhane had garnered around 49,000 plus votes, now this time, these past 4 or 5 months, it has been a very volatile period for Ravi Lamichhane because of all the controversy. Like he was elected deputy prime minister, the home minister, and then his lawmaker was scrapped, and amid the citizenship controversy. So another thing that this analysts are trying to look at is, now in the past election, in November 20th election, he had garnered 49,264 votes. Now in this 5 months period of time, Ravi Lamichhane is going to exceed that, or there is going to be some kind of a downfall in that vote that will determine whether his popularity has gone up or his popularity has gone down. And in Chitwan, there is some, like my colleague reported earlier, there was some controversy regarding this all-party meeting, which has still not been held. And once this all-party meeting is held in Chitwan, and that will eventually pave way to the counting of votes. And this is all I have for this by-election update. Over to you, Sarah.
Thank you for the update, Amar. We will take a short break here. We have more news coming up.
शिवम सीमेंट, भरोसा अटूट सम्बन्धको।
जगदम्बा सुपर साइन तथा ग्याल्वा प्लस जस्ता पाता जीवन भरको भरोसा।
Berger Silk, breathe easy. It's glamorous and also protects walls of my home from bacteria, viruses and pollution.
Berger Paints, the most trusted paint in Nepal.
एकैछिन ल, सुन्नुस् न, यो भन्दा फिजी कुनै छ? ब्रो, यो ट्राई गरेको छौ? या, हामी पनि यही पिउँछौं। त्यही त दिएको थियो नि। हर बुटमा अझ बढी फीज, अझ बढी स्वाग।
घाम पानीको लुकामारी, खुशीका हरेक क्षणको तयारी पियु र सिलिकन प्रविधि युक्त बर्जर वेदर कोट लङ लाइफ। घाम पानी छेक्छ, 10 वर्ष टिक्छ।
यस्तो स्टन्ट पहिले कसैले गरेको छैन, के उसले गर्न सक्छ?
Aircraft 1 ready to launch.
डर त लागेको छैन।
डर सबैलाई लाग्छ, घाँटी सबैको सुक्छ, तर डरदेखि डराएर केही ठुलो कसरी गर्छ? त्यसैले डिउ उठा, हिम्मतको गोठ लगा।
Aircraft 2 incoming. We have hit an air pocket.
Mountain Dew, डरको गाडी जित्छ।
2.25 लिटर Mountain Dew सँग पाउनुहोस् रु 50 को इलेक्ट्रिफाइङ स्टिङ फ्री।
sensitivity fast. With Sensodyne Rapid Relief. Works in 60 seconds.
It's my life.
Huh? Sting Energy Drink now in Nepal.
मेहनत खाना बनाउनमा लगाउनुहोस् जमेको चिल्लो हटाउनमा हैन
ल्याउनुहोस् नयाँ मिस्टर मसल किचन क्लिनर तेल बेसार मसला जस्तो हरेक किसिमको दागलाई 10 गुणा राम्ररी सफा गर्छ सबै ठाउँबाट मिस्टर मसल किचन क्लिनर क्लिनिङ दमदार किचन शानदार
तपाईको कपालमा कसको हुकुम चल्छ स्प्लिटेन्सको सेट या हेयर फलको फैसला कपालको समस्याहरूले तपाईको हेयर स्टाइलको निर्णय नगरोस् हेयर प्रब्लम्स मतलब हेयर ड्यामेज डभको 1/4 मोइस्चराइजिङ मिल्क र केराटिन एक्टिभ्सले कपाललाई भित्रैदेखि रिपेयर गर्छ अब सुन्दर लहलहाउँदो कपाल जसमा चल्छ केवल तपाईको मर्जी डभ
नेपाल भरमै सबै भन्ना जेकै लोहा छड उत्पादन कम्पनी अम्बे स्टिल्स ज्या बढन्छ टिकाउ बढन्छ
शिवम सिमेन्ट भरोसा अटुट सम्बन्धको
It is the 17th Loktantra Divas or a Democracy Day today. The day is being celebrated by conducting various programs across the country. Democracy was established in the country after the 2006 April uprising, for which a mass movement was held. Former King Gyanendra Shah had assumed direct rule on 22nd May 2002 after dissolving the parliament, which was reinstated on 24th of April. 24th of April 2006. Since the year 2007, Democracy Day is being celebrated on the 24th of April every year. 5 houses have been destroyed in a fire this morning in Chiabari of Sinduli's Kamalmai municipality. 5 houses have been completely destroyed by the fire, while cash, jewelries, items of shops, groceries, garments, among others, have also been destroyed. The local residents have complained that the fire could not be contained due to delay by fire brigade in reaching the incident site, which had caused more damage. According to police data, 19 houses and cow sheds have been destroyed, while a person has died in fire-related incidents in Sinduli in the ongoing fiscal year. The number of people shifting to urban regions for settlement has multiplied by 4 times in the past 10 years. Based on the National Statistics Office, urban population a decade back was 17%, which has crossed 66% of the total population. The rural population has gone down to 33% from 83% a decade ago. The 12th National Census has highlighted unequal distribution of population. When there were 33 municipalities 31 years ago, only 9% of the total population of the country resided in urban areas. The number of municipalities has increased to 293 and the urban population has increased with it. The country's population growth rate is 0.92%. The National Statistics Office has said it will take 1 more month to release the detailed information on different communities. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked people in several provinces what actions should be taken against construction companies that fail to meet deadlines. Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice brought to you by NIC Asia Bank Limited. Bank pani, sathi pani, ramro pani, hamro pani.
त्यो पैसा सहितको जफत गरेर जेल हाल्ने काम गरियो भने टाइममा हुन सक्ला
निर्माण व्यवसायीले सक्ने कामको मात्र जिम्मा लिनु पर्यो
उसको लाइसेन्सै समाप्त गर्नुपर्ने कुरा आउँछन्
उनीहरुलाई चाहिँ राजनीतिक संरक्षण भइरहेको छ त्यसले गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ काम पटक पटक म्याथ थप गर्नु परेको यो काम बन्द गर्ने बित्तिकै काम हुन्छ
जरिमाना मतलब त्यसमाथि लगाउनु पर्यो
काम भन्दा बढी भुक्तानी दिन भएन
तुरुन्त कारबाही गर्नुपर्छ
एउटै ठेकदारलाई धेरै कामको जिम्मा दिनु भएन
राजनीतिक संरक्षण हुनु भएन
कसैको दबाव र प्रभावमा नपरी काम नगर्ने कम्पनीहरुलाई कालो सूचीमा राखेर कारबाही गर्नुपर्दछ
एउटा ठेक्का सुरु गरिसकेपछि त्यो ठेकदारलाई त्यो काम सकिएपछि मात्रै बल्ल अर्को ठेक्का दिनु पर्छ
उनीहरुको लाइसेन्स खारेज गर्नुपर्छ अब अर्को पटक काम गर्न दिनु हुँदैन
Time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse brought to you by Prabhu Bank, reason for your success. Kathmandu Euro School, Gangabu Banyatar, Kathmandu. Valley Public High School, Sundar Basti, Budanil Kantha. Global College International, Meet Manisore, Kathmandu. Sundarta ka lagi Rose Face Soap.
Here's the question. Why has population density increased in the urban areas? The options are A, looking for opportunities, B, disproportionate development, and C, unscientific classification. Voting is on. Type any WS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. Time now for international update. Former Peruvian President Alejandro Toledo has returned to Peru from the United States to face charges of money laundering and corruption during his mandate. Peruvian authorities have accused Alejandro Toledo of receiving millions of dollars in return for public works contracts. The 77-year-old, who served as Peru's president from 2001 to 2006, is wanted by Peruvian prosecutors investigating a sprawling scandal involving Brazilian construction conglomerate Odebrecht. He is accused of having received $35 million in bribes from Odebrecht for the company winning the contract for the Inter-Oceania Sur Highway. Official images shared by Peruvian authorities showed Toledo arriving at Lima Airport yesterday. Toledo turned himself in on Friday for extradition. He denies the allegations of corruption. Toledo's extradition process began in 2018. We have more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break.
शिवम सीमेंट भरोसा अटूट सम्बन्धको
जगदम्बा सुपर साइन तथा ग्याल्वा प्लस जस्ता पाता जीवन भरको भरोसा।
हेर आइसक्यो एउटा अर्को दिन नयाँ। जाऊ आज हामी पनि गरिदेऊ केही नयाँ।